What's up everybody, I'm IAMOBG for TastingSkills.com, and today is a review of the Boneyard Brewery that is situated in Central Oregon in the city of Bend. Now this brewery is in a very small brewery because they make about 38,000 barrels of beer a year, meaning about 500,000 cases. This brewery was established in 2010 and it's really well known in the Pacific Northwest, mostly because they've never canned anything before and they usually focus on draft. Now they're well known for their RPM IPA, which is pretty much everywhere if you live in the Northwest, but in March of this year, 2021, they were acquired by the Shoot Brewery. Now with that acquisition, I'm pretty sure that they figured out, all right, let's can some stuff so we can push some stuff out onto the market. So this is how I was able to acquire these cans. I was able to get the Bonafide Pale Ale that has a 5.5% alcohol level and an IBU of 35. Then the incredible Pulp, that is a blood orange extra pale ale that comes in at 6% alcohol with an IBU of 35. Then we have the Diablo Rojo. This is a red ale that has an ABV of 5.5 with an IBU of 30. The RPM is their flagship IPA, like I said earlier, and this one comes in at 6.5% alcohol with an IBU of 50. Now this is brewed with 6 different types of Northwest hops. Then finally, the Hot Venom. This is a double IPA that has a 9% alcohol with an IBU of 60. The hopping on this is Simcoe, Centennial, Chinook, and CTZ. This is a double dried hop beer. The packaging on these is really good. I mean, they're pretty much to the point, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna make it better as we go since this is their first release. But these beers are mostly known for their balance. When tasting these beers, the Bonafide was light golden color with some haziness. Not overcarbonated since that's not their style. The aromas are delicate with some hopping, but not overpowering on the nose. The blend of hop really appears once you taste, but the acidity versus bitterness from the hops is well balanced. And this is a drinker. I love this beer. Again, I can't tell you how much well balanced these beers are because they're just really well balanced all the time. All right, let's move on to the incredible Pulp. This beer has hints of blood orange to the color, but nothing crazy. You get some hints of the blood orange on the nose, but it mostly shows up on the mouthfeel, where you also get the zesty acidity of it too. The hopping is delicate and the balance is good, and this beer isn't oversweet, which I appreciate because a lot of these beers they make it oversweet, which I don't care for. Then the Diablo has the classic red ale color, as you can tell. The taste profile is just so malty and sweet. The balance here is superb, and I have to say this beer has incredible length and complexity. I just love this beer. This beer is so good. I'm just impressed. Wow. The RPM is the flagship, like I said earlier, and this has a deep amber color to it. Once again, carbonation isn't high. The nose has some hints of orange blossom, apricots. On the mouthfeel, the 50 IBU level really shows itself, and the dry malty finish is driven by the acidity of layers and layers of dried fruit. This has more power, but once again, the balance is there. And finally, the Hot Venom. This double IPA is also super malty, and frankly, you can't tell that this has a 9% alcohol. I mean, it's just so well balanced. It's really mind-blowing. Like, you'll see when you try them. And for me, these beers are just so well balanced. They're all just drinkers. When I say that, I mean, anyone can dry hop something to hell here and have a ginormous nose because they just dry hop the hell out of it, but finding balance is where really good brewing comes into play here. And for me, these are just quality and are well worth the money. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of all of the beers. Now, the Bonafide is a day drinking beer, so it's a buy. The Incredible is also a buy. I just love the balance on this beer, and I can't tell you, like, the not being oversweet just is really good for me. Then we have the Diablo Rojo. This is a buy, and oh my, this is such a good beer. I mean, God, that thing, the maltiness on it is just insane. Then we have the RPM. It's a classic IPA, and yes, it's delicious. I would buy it if you never had it. But for me, you need to understand that I lived in the Pacific Northwest, so Boneyard Brewing is pretty much everywhere, and I've had it a million times on draft. And in can, it just doesn't feel the same thing. And then finally, we have the Hot Venom. This is a total buy, since the balance on this beer is so solid, and frankly, this was my favorite beer by far. The Diablo Rojo, like I said, is good, but this 9% alcohol on the Venom hop, you can't even tell that it's there. That's how well balanced these beers. This is just amazing brewing to me. Okay, so that's gonna do it for me. Once again, IAMOBG for tastingskills.com. Please don't forget to comment below if you've had these beers before. Like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see me in the next one. Otherwise, remember, stay sober, my friend. Peace.